Jets, of course, behind the Bills in terms of the betting favorite at the for the AFC East. The Bills at 10.5 season win totals pre-flop. They're plus 120 to win the division. Jets are not at 9.5 plus 270 to win the AFC East. Dolphins also at 9.5 at 3-1. And then there's the Patriots. Bill Belichick and the Patriots have not finished last in this division since 2000, the year 2000, the year before Tommy got there. They're 8-1 to win this division. Let's just start with the Jets, first of all, because, and I know there's a lot of excitement. They got a lot of good players, man. The Jets are stacked on offense and defense. A little offensive line issue, though. We shouldn't gloss over that. But the biggest sort of scheduling quirk, if we can call it that came out, their first 6 games, and you can talk them up as much as you want, but their first 6 games are home Buffalo, at Dallas, home New England, home Kansas City, at Denver in the elevation, and a home Philly. That's before your bye. Kelley, if you gave them truth serum right now and you're like, we'll give you 3-3, they would run to take that.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you're talking about 7th toughest schedule overall based off of win total. Toughest schedule first 6 weeks of the year. No doubt about that.
That is brutality. So the only issue with people getting all bullish about the Jets is, let's give them a Patriots win. And I guess for being generous, let's give them a Broncos win. But that's generous.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, so but 2-4 seems to be the most likely outcome here. If you're 2-4, maybe the way to play them is the in-season adjusted season win total.
I think you have to.
Yeah.
If you're looking at betting on the Jets this season, I think you have to wait. Wait till that bye week, see where things are at.
Yeah.
Because you might be able to get a lot better number than where things are at right now.
As for the Bills, I mean, I asked Mike Pritchard, our own Mike Pritchard, what's the team you think might be sort of overrated in the NFL? He says the Buffalo Bills. And, Sean McDermott taking over defensive play calling duties this year. That'll be interesting. Tremaine Edmonds lost this offseason, their middle linebacker. Offensive line also a liability with them. They lost Roger Saffold. According to Warren Sharp, the Bills allowed a 44% pressure rate in last season's postseason and now face a schedule of opposing pass rushers that's top 5 in difficulty. And let's not forget they lose a home game because they're considered the home team against Jacksonville and London. And Jacksonville will already have been in London, hanging out, acclimating to the time zone. By the way, 2 hours for me last night, Kelley. Time zone. Jet lag still in full effect. So that's part of what Pritch is talking about. Now, the Bills still the justified favorite? Yes, but I guess is what we're all saying.
I do. I did further digging into this division yesterday, so took a lot of notes away from kind of each team. But, man, this is the one that, I've been pretty high on the Bills. I'm really high on Josh Allen. It's just, look, they had some offensive line issues last year that I don't know that they really went out and really improved all that much. And the weapons around Josh Allen, right? I think Dalton Kincaid looks like it will be a good draft pick for them to add to his weapons. But you're talking about losing. Not some of these guys weren't the biggest contributors, but Crowder, Isaiah McKenzie, Cole Beasley, all lost from that wide receiving core. You don't really replace it with a whole lot. It's just we know there was off-field issues or whatever between Stephon Diggs and whatever's going on with this Bills team.
He says he's fine now.
He says he's fine, but they are so reliant on him in that wide receiving core, and then Josh Allen to do almost everything with a decent defense. I just think this division got a whole lot tougher, I think, with the Dolphins continuing to get better.
So that's who I want to ask you about.
And then the Jets obviously adding Aaron Rodgers. I think I wouldn't be surprised at all if the Bills finish second or third in this division.
Some weird way, with all the Aaron Rodgers hype and the Bills being the Bills, having had the success they had. But, by the way, perilously close to ending up, as the Jim Kelly-led version of the Bills who lost that many Super Bowls. Obviously, this version has not gotten to a Super Bowl yet, but the lack of a Super Bowl title being the comparison that I'm making. Are we sleeping on the Dolphins, who haven't won a playoff game as a franchise since 2000, the year 2000? Jay Fiedler was their quarterback then. They significantly improved the defense. Jalen Ramsey in tow. Vic Fangio, their defensive coordinator. Say what you will about Fangio as a head coach, but no one questions his ability as a coordinator. It's Tyreek and Waddle as your wideouts. And Tua for those who, listen, injury concerns, absolutely. Concussion concerns, absolutely. But
when he's on the field,
Yeah, 8-1 to start in his first 9 starts that everybody cites. But how about this? Finished second among quarterbacks in expected points added per play last year. Only Patrick Mahomes better. Is this the team we're sleeping on?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. I might shop around a little bit. I think I would want more than 3-1 because I think Jets and Bills, I'm going to give both of them their due respect.
I agree with that. I was hoping for more bang for the buck.
Yeah. If this was closer to 4-1, I actually think I'd take a stab on the Dolphins a bit in this division.
Yeah,
and the Patriots are just going to be awful. Right?
Well,
I think they're going to be.
Okay, but let's talk about that. Let's define awful. Okay, last place, 4th out of 4 in the AFC East, which maybe besides the AFC North and maybe not besides the AFC North is probably the toughest division in football, top to bottom.
Yeah. So 1A or 1A, 1B with the AFC North.
So the Patriots could, would you hate it if I said they might be the best last place team in football? Maybe not. Right? The AFC North again will have something to say about that.
Yeah,
but maybe they are. Okay, obviously they won the AFC 17 of 19 years, including 11 in a row. They haven't finished last, as I mentioned, in this division since 2000. Bill Belichick's first season with the team. 25-25 straight up since Tom Brady left. 25-25. Mm-hmm. But that whole Matt Patricia, Joe Judge thing is now by the wayside. I mean, that was Belichick's one gaffe and one glaring thing where it's like only he thought that was a good idea. So it's Bill O'Brien as the OC. Juju is in tow. Mike Gesicki is there. They did lose Jacoby Myers, the law firm of Jacoby Myers. But the schedule is also a problem. Let's go to Sharp Football Analysis. Warren Sharp, projected to be the single toughest in the NFL.
Yep.
So there's that, and that's the problem. And arguably last year, their worst offensive season under Belichick, 18.2 offensive points per game, their fewest since that year of 2000. And I'm just not a Mac Jones guy, but that schedule's brutal.
Me either. And you're right. I should. Let me be a little bit more careful with my wording. If this team is in the NFC, they'd probably be right in the hunt for an NFC wild card pick.
Absolutely.
But they're not. They're in the AFC and they're in the AFC East. This schedule is brutal, partially because of the division they're in. I think this defense is still going to be good this year. I even think the offense should be better than what it was last year. Kind of hard for them not to be. But I think they'll be better than they were last year. I still think they're dead last in the AFC.
So yesterday I said the best bets for me in the NFC West were the Cardinals under, even despite the fact that they're 4.5. I still think they're that dreadful that they under 4.5. And the Seahawks to make the playoffs at -120 in the weaker NFC. What's the best bet in this division?
Maybe Bills under their win total.
Really?
I think that's where I'd look.
Go to VSiN.com/subscribe to become a VSiN Pro subscriber today.